I'm Lisa and I'm Hannah's mum. And at the moment, until we've finished doing our build, which we're doing a customized build, so Tim and I will live next door to each other, and Hannah will have her own area that accesses both properties. We are in an SDA property now, but Hannah does still spend some time with her dad. It is just an absolute confusing minefield going through SDA. We knew that was something that we needed to get into Hannah's package. Hannah has an NDIS package. So we reached out originally actually to Summer Foundation, and so they put me in or gave me details about Housing Hub. We went through a process of applying and then being knocked back, and then applying again under the review and being knocked back, and then having to put in an application for art, so for the tribunal, going through most of that process. And the final hour NDIA, they'd already said that she was eligible, that Hannah was eligible for SDA funding early on in the process, but if they had said that she was only eligible for 1 to 3 funding, and that wasn't going to fit our plan, because our plan is to ensure that Hannah has her own space living with myself and Tim. SDA is incredibly important, and so having that having someone to be able to help you kind of navigate that, what is a really complex system, that support from Housing Hub is huge. I just couldn't speak highly enough about Lynette. She was absolutely brilliant, so knowledgeable, and just knew what to do to put us in the right direction, knew the advice to give, because I'm incredibly emotional when things are going wrong, and they were going wrong, getting knocked back and so forth. Lynette's very level-headed. She knew what to do, knowing when we needed to get an advocate on board. Lynette was very good at saying, well, this is what I would recommend, and so getting me particularly to the place we needed to be to move forward. I just don't think that we would have SDA without having a Housing Hub on site. And I don't think I would have been able to, work out the process without having that expertise. Often when you are the parents of somebody with an intellectual disability, support coordinators will say, I've found these links for you, now go and do it, right? They still let it fall back on you. And that we didn't have that from, Housing Hub and Lynette. It was more, would you like me to do X, Y, and Z for you? It was very much we know you're wanting our support, and we know how to support you. And that I think was something that I just found so refreshing. That was something that I'm just incredibly thankful for.